This week's update made possible by Legends Fitness Center.
Are you feeling the burn, Jack?
Yeah, I know this 2-pound weight, man.
Yeah. Everybody has to start somewhere.
I know it. You know, I was going to try, we're at Legends Fitness Center today.
Right.
And I really thought that I would try to get in the groove. You know, I'm such an athletically inclined guy.
Absolutely.
For the people that really know me, they know that's not at all true.
But you are a legend.
Oh, yeah.
That is the connection.
That is true,
You
but
are
that's
a
about
legend,
as far as it goes when it becomes physically fit. But Ivan, that works for us, our director of sales, is shaming me into probably joining Legends because it's a pretty cool place. I was surprised. I had never been in there.
Right.
And when I went in, I was really taken back by the quality of that place. I mean, we did, earlier part of my career, I traveled around the country doing YMCA updates and videos for YMCA. So I kind of know what good equipment looks like.
Do you do the dance?
Oh, heck yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah, the YMCA.
Yes.
I'm not good at that either.
Yeah.
But anyway, okay.
That's somewhat athletic.
I suppose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could claim that.
So Legends theme, I guess it's not a theme. What is that? It's their slogan is Iron Paradise, the place where you hustle to get more muscle.
Very nice.
Very, very good. See, working on that.
Very good.
Hennessy's own Amber Franklin owns this thing.
Okay.
And she's really done a nice job with this thing. Okay. I was really, really taken away.
We have a Randy Franklin.
Yes.
At school.
You do? Mm-hmm. Is there a relation here? Or?
I was going to ask you, being the legend of Hennessey that you are, you would know that better than I am.
I'm embarrassed. I'm sorry, Amber. I don't know who your husband is, but you're a Franklin, so I'm assuming there's some connection there.
Could be.
Comments, please. Good, nice ones. And it's very, very well equipped. Dumbbells, free weights, bench press, Smith machine, not sure what that is. An Inspire functional trainer.
Very nice.
Yeah, I'm impressed.
Yeah.
Okay. Leg press treadmills, elliptical bikes, Stairmaster, cross rowers, and a big punching bag. That's kind of a scary big punching bag.
Does it have like a clown face on it, like those ones you used to get? You'd punch them, they'd like go down, and then they'd pop back up.
That would be my speed, but no, this is a real one hanging on a chain.
Fantastic.
And it looked pretty serious.
I think that's why a lot of kids are scared of clowns.
That's a good point.
Because you can't get rid of him.
I had
you
one
hit
of those
him,
things.
and then
It kept coming back and whacking you in the face. That wasn't
right.
Cool.
And
not like this. This is a real punching bag for like really real people that know how to do that kind of thing.
That's outstanding.
They have, and I didn't realize it, but they have family plans where I guess you like pay by the month or the year, and then for short term, like if you're a pipeline worker or you're just here for a few weeks, you can join for the amount of time that you're
going to be in the area
to join. Yeah. And then here's the part that would maybe make me get over there is a personal trainer. I need somebody to sit and do this.
Motive.
Because I wouldn't know. I'd do one or two things and then go watch TV. But
you get distracted by something shiny.
I'm probably the wrong guy. I need Ivan on here to tell us how this stuff works. But maybe next show.
Yeah.
And then the other thing that's really cool is that it's open 24 hours. They give you a pass key, and you go in, you do your thing, you leave, and
very nice.
No contracts. And this is another really, really cool thing: is Hennessey Police, Fire, and high school students get a discount.
Super.
So I guess if you're, an athlete or needing to work on injuries or whatever, you can go over there and get a pretty good price. So
that's great.
Check out Legends Fitness Center. It's at 108 South Main Street. It's in the white Kirkpatrick building, and give them a shot. Tell them you heard about it on the Hennessey Schools Update show.
As opposed to what other color Kirkpatrick buildings do we have in town?
Yeah, there used to be a metal one south of town, but now it's just
shiny
now
one.
I believe it's
white
just,
one and
just
a shiny
white one. Yes.
Very nice.
Yep.
Well, it's kind of like I said last week. There are some phenomenal folks doing some phenomenal things in Hennessey. It's hard to know everything that everybody's doing, but again, we got some skilled people, and this is just one more of them.
This is one of those ones where you have to go in to see it because there's no windows.
Right.
You can't peek in.
Yeah. That's what I think you have to do though, because there are windows in front, but they're reflective.
That's true.
And
there is actually a wall. So if you are working out, a guy like me, you don't want people looking at you while you're exercising that you can't see in.
Oh, okay.
No windows.
Good.
Pretty cool deal. So enough of my workout
Feeling the burn?
here. 2-pounder, boy, that's pretty serious.
Earn the burn.
I know
That
it.
looked pretty good, Jack. Your form was phenomenal.
Was that good?
It was.
Okay, encouraging.
Yes.
Maybe Ivan will get me over there.
Yeah.
Good deal.
I think Ivan should get you over there.
So you've had a busy week.
We have. Yeah, it's kind of one of those things that it looks worse than it is when you sort through all the details. But with, I'm just going to jump ahead and assume you're talking about the issue where the football team is quarantined and the volleyball team is quarantined.
Yep.
Yeah, it's been a challenge. I tell you, Shelley Musney is our school nurse, and if I could make her Employee of the Year right now, I would, and I probably could.
You have the power.
I do. I'll have to see see how that goes. But she would be the Employee of the Week, the month, the hour, whatever the length of time you'd want to have an employee of. She would absolutely be it, because she has to go gather all the data and then supply it to the county health department, who then decides what to do. And so when we get a report of a case, then she has to follow up. We've had a couple false reports of so and so has had the COVID, and as we've delved into it, it's been less than accurate, and so she has to first make sure everything's coming through is up to speed and right, and then again she has to go through and she would get all the information about who the student had close contact with, where the student spent their time, all that kind of stuff, or the staff member.
That's a huge amount of
it is
following up and chasing leads. And
well, and surprisingly, no one likes to hear that they're being quarantined for the COVID. You know, I'm thinking 2 weeks off, I'm home free, I could finish watching my Netflix series. There'd be so many things I could do with 2 weeks off.
Mow your grass?
Mow, yeah, absolutely. But a lot of folks don't take it that way, and so do not be harsh with Nurse Shelley. If you got to be harsh with somebody, that's what principals and superintendents are for. That's why we're there. Call us. But she just does yeoman's work, and again, she takes all that data, supplies it to the health department. Then we have this discussion, and so for about the next 2 hours, we go, okay, here's the situation with this person and this other person, the positive tested person. What was their relationship to the students around them and the staff that's around them? And how does that then translate? Are they a close contact? Are they not a close contact? Is a fist bump the same as a quick hug? There's just so many of these things we go through because we're trying to keep as many people in as we can, and yet still meet the guidelines of protecting kids, because you don't want to keep them here at any cost. And again, surprisingly, when the game is over, when school is out, everyone does not just immediately go home and sit in their room till tomorrow morning when they come back to school. They're doing the things they normally do. I understand that sometimes people in high school date.
No.
Yeah, I never something I ever experienced, but I heard.
Wow, man.
You know what? If you spend a little more time at that gym,
That's true.
who knows? So, you got kids doing things kids do. And you would want them to do, and that they should be doing. But then you got to balance that with, well, there is a consequence sometime when, you get too close to somebody with COVID.
And to be clear, the final decision of who gets quarantined and who doesn't is not yours.
It is the county, and on both of these cases, we have a phenomenal county office, Kingfisher County Health Department. They said, listen, we want to make sure we're doing this right. So they actually, the volleyball and the football decisions were made by the state epidemiologist, not even the county epidemiologist, because they do take it very
So you just submit
serious.
the data and they decide what's going to happen.
We gather the data, we submit the data, we purge the data, we try to make sure that they have a clear understanding. We don't just give them, here's the names. We go through and say, here's this relationship we have question about. Should we or should we not submit them for close contact? And they'll make that decision, and then once they decide, then they give us that information, and we get to go pass it around to everybody else. Boy. So and I'll tell you, it's not necessarily fault of the kids whatsoever, because again, they're doing what kids do. But it only took 2 kids to quarantine, or 2 positive cases, what I should say. It doesn't have to be kids. It could be 2 staff members. It could easily has been the coaches. So it takes 2 positive cases of the COVID virus to shut down both programs. One case per
just
program.
A little tiny bit goes
Absolutely.
a long way. And
It does. It's like, what's the Bible say? A little leaven spoils the whole barrel. So again, it's something that's why the precautions that sometimes seem onerous and seem overbearing are in place. It's not, I've been accused of not caring. I had a person tell me, you just don't care. And it's completely the opposite. We're doing what we do because we do care, and we do want to try to give everybody the best opportunity to stay in school and to continue to participate.
Well, I know just last week we were talking that things were going really, really well. You didn't have any new cases, and you were kind of looking at what maybe the next step might be, and it can turn around real fast.
But the thing is, Jack, 2 weeks ago we had 0 cases. Then the next week we had 1 case, and today we only have 4 cases total for this week, which out of well over 1,000 people that are in that school building every day. We have 850 kids and about 150 staff. 1,000 kids, 1,000 people every day are in that building, and so the number of COVID cases is still very manageable and still well under control. It's the fact that how contact tracing affects everyone around.
Right.
We could have had the similar situation a week ago. But there was no game, or it had been 2 weeks ago, there was no game that Friday night, so we didn't have Saturday and Sunday football, so the students weren't around each other during that time, and during that time is where a large part of the social, or the close contact occurred. And then, again, as you go to class, once we identify, we pull them out of class, but sometimes they go to class a couple hours or, a day or two. And then realize, oops, we got a positive case. Well, we have to go back all those days,
see where they've been,
and look at every contact. And then, if on a weekend, there's a lot of other things that aren't necessarily available during the week. There's rodeos, there's events, there's, again, dates I've heard. There's just a lot of events that you see family. So it's all right. It's a whole community issue, not just a school issue. It involves everybody and everybody.
I will say that we've gotten some very good comments, thoughtful comments, not hateful, like social media tends to bring out in people, about how well you're communicating with everyone, you're open, you're answering questions, and so you're getting good results with that.
Well, because we got good folks we're talking with. It's simple to again, not to blow sunshine your way every meeting we have, but there's just not many of these opportunities in a lot of communities either. Right. Not every place has this. A lot of places has the guy with a cell phone talking into it, and it looks more like a criminal on the run than necessarily an informational video. And you do such good work, this makes us look good.
Thank you.
And I'll tell you, I owe everybody an apology because I was at the game Friday night, and I manned my little station where we don't let people on the field.
You're the gatekeeper.
Gatekeeper.
Yep.
And I don't know why I remember so clearly that it was at 6 minutes and 46 seconds. I realized I didn't wear a mask. So I sat there the whole time, and after I tell everyone, wear a mask, wear a mask, wear a mask, I walked out of the house, and I don't drive to the game because we just live over on, well, I'm not going to tell anybody where we live.
It was up the road.
Yeah, just up the roadway. But I walked out and didn't have a mask, and it just did not occur to me until I reached up and realized that. And
not the kind of thing you can borrow from somebody.
No, but we actually, I should have, see, Rita had them. I didn't think about that. I could have went to the ticket area maybe and got one. But I understood, again, if you come ring the doorbell, I'm not answering the door with a mask on. If you came out and when I was running the tractor, I didn't have a mask on while I was doing that. And so it's not something I enjoy doing. I just realized it's necessary, and
we gotta do it.
I did have one question during the game.
Okay.
A gentleman asked me, and I was going to get his name, but he left, and then it didn't come back. But the gentleman asked me why our players were drinking, players, coaches, referees, umpires, why they were drinking from bottles and not cups. And so I asked that question. We have a very knowledgeable athletic trainer and head coach and athletic director, and so I said, ask that question. And so there was a long discussion, and so they do their very best to, between uses, so if you got a drink before I got a drink, they would clean off the top of the bottle, and you don't suck on the bottle, they actually just squirt the
I noticed
fluid.
the trainers squirt it through their mask.
Yes.
Yeah, don't let them touch it.
Yes, and they go through an intensive training on how to shoot the water at the right pressure, at the right angle. So we don't have anyone blinded or drowned or anything like that. And so that they felt like it was easier to keep them clean and full and ready to go by using the bottles and just sterilizing their hands and wiping off the bottles and the tops of the bottles and everything between uses than to try to have cups where they would have to try to keep the cups ready, and then you get stuff in the cups. Ball goes over there. Now you've knocked on a whole table, and then you do have the trash you have to deal with as well. So I think there was a lot of discussion could have gone either way, and everyone would have been okay with it. But that's why they went with bottles. It was just a decision they had to make, and they felt they made the one that was safest for the team.
Okay,
so.
That's good. Those trainer girls work hard.
They do.
They're running up and down and keeping that stuff full. And
I love that kind of interaction when someone will ask a question, we can really give them a good answer.
If the questions have tapered off, and maybe we're just answering them all so well that you don't have any more questions. But both of us would encourage some more feedback.
Oh, absolutely.
What do you want to hear about? What do you want us to talk about? And
doesn't have to be COVID.
Concerns, and it doesn't have to be COVID. It could be pretty much anything to do with the school.
We're still doing school.
That's true.
Believe it or not.
School is still going on. Yes.
In fact, that's the real reason we are doing this for school.
In fact, we're approaching, is it fall break?
Fall breaks in October, yeah.
Yeah, that's coming up. Well, that's just like next week.
It's pretty quick. I honestly don't know exactly when fall break is. We are out Friday for Friday is for the parent-teacher conference day, and then Monday we're out for a professional development. We're working on getting everybody up to speed as fast as we can with the technology. Again, everything just got pushed back and it's balling up.
I do have a question, and maybe I don't know if you can answer or not. Is this going to affect homecoming?
Well, we don't know yet. It just again depends on what the outcome is from the quarantining. Now, I think we still. I know we still are playing junior high basketball.
Football.
Sorry, Brady. Junior high football.
Right.
And we would have played junior high volleyball, but they usually play junior high, JV, and then high school all in the same night. Well, the JV and the high school couldn't go, so a lot of places don't want to play just a junior high. So, we would have played those games. There's a huge difference between running scared and running cautious, and we're going to go ahead and continue forward. Again, look at the number of cases we've had of COVID virus that have been positive tests. Not very many. So hopefully we'll just maybe every time the coaches get done with a game, they go and watch film, evaluate what they did, and adjust where they need to adjust. We're going to do the same thing. What did we do that we could do a little differently? Maybe as much as you'd like to have a big celebration. And that was the first win in a little while, so you get why that would happen. But maybe we need to, silly as it sounds, maybe celebrate, arm's length. Maybe we need to make sure we're wearing masks after athletic events. Keep your mask on in the locker room when you're just, Again, I know that sounds crazy, and some folks are vehemently against masks and all that other stuff, but would you rather be playing Friday night? And so
I agree.
When we can tell the county and the state health department social distancing, hands were sanitized and masks were worn, brief contact, and then everyone's separate, we could possibly avoid this happening again. So
all right. We're learning.
Yeah, absolutely.
So there's some really cool stuff going on with
this is
free
really nice.
breakfast. What is this? So we just posted this on All About Hennessey a little bit ago. You can read it, but I guess starting Thursday, is that tomorrow? Is that this Thursday?
It is. It's Thursday.
That would be today, because this video will be airing on that day.
Yeah.
Confusing everybody.
Time travel.
Each student from pre-K through 8th grade will receive a snack containing 2 breakfast and 2 lunch. Did I say that right?
Well, I call it a sack.
Gotcha. A bag containing. Yeah, the sack thing, I'm from another part of the country where we didn't. You're going to get a bag of stuff.
You said they were going to receive a snack.
Oh,
but
sack.
I didn't. So they're going to get
Sorry.
The sack may contain a snack.
I can't read and can't hear.
Well, but you're getting buff and you don't have to anymore.
Good point.
So
okay, so each pre-K through 8th grade student will receive a sack containing 2 breakfast and 2 lunch for Saturday and Sunday meals. Please make sure to check your child's backpack on Friday when they come home from school, or it'll smell really bad by Monday. The meals will go home each Friday with the students, or Thursday if they're out or have a long weekend. Is this a grant, or how did this come about?
I don't know exactly how. It's something to do with USDA. Our food service partner is OPA Food Service, and Rita is our child nutrition director. She's the school's eyes and ears and legs with the school lunch programs. We still have a great deal of influence in it, but OPA actually does all the providing of the meals and stuff. So it's a combination effort. Brittany Chodo's the young lady's name that runs the food service for us. She participates. She's just like another school employee. They jump
I was in there. I couldn't tell her any different from the rest of them, and she
puts on the Eagle outfit and serves lunch in the Eagle outfit for the kiddos, and so
good.
But so this week we are out of school Friday and Monday. So what they'll do is they'll actually print. They should actually have 3 sets of meals, 3 breakfasts and 3 lunches, because you get the Friday, and you get the Saturday, and you get the Sunday. Then you will have to come up Monday and go through the drive-thru. Remember, like we did this summer, where you come to the west parking lot outside the cafeteria. You'll come by and you'll need to order the lunches, but you can come by and pick up a lunch for Monday.
Wow.
So contact Rita. Call the school 405-853-4321 and ask for Rita Huntsberger, and she can tell you all the details. But you can get 4 days worth of meals this weekend, because you'll get Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
That's amazing.
That you have to come get it on Monday. That's the big difference. Right. And then every Friday from now on, they'll be sending 4 meals home, 2 breakfasts and 2 lunches.
That is very cool.
Yeah, it really is.
And the number that Dr. Woods just mentioned will be in the description of this video, how to reach Rita. And
call the school. We can get everybody around where they need to be.
Good. Very, very cool.
So let me do one other quick COVID thing.
Go ahead.
Is in the past, we've all been John Wayne, and we've not felt like it, but we've bucked up and we put our pants and our boots on and we head on in to fight the battles. But where it is right now, stay home. Don't come when you're not feeling well. Even if you have a sense that you're not feeling well, come see the school nurse. We're talking about how we could maybe remind kids and staff members every day to how just ask yourself, how are you feeling? And again, no one wants to admit they have it, because again, the consequences that go with it. But if you actually then end up testing positive and you've been there for 2, 3, 4, 5 days, it affects a lot more people. So again, we're trying to fix it up. So when we've got the technology in place, if you can still stay up with your studies and still do all that for the most part. But again, this is a time to take the cautious approach.
Yeah, this isn't the time that if you feel crummy, I'll be better by noon, because you're probably not. And
there was a 3-school district played this weekend in baseball, fall baseball. Some schools don't play football; they play fall baseball. And the number 1 team, but right before they came to the district tournament, had to drop out because they had a student test positive. They had close contact with so many of the players they couldn't play. So the number 1 team of the district sat home, while the number 2 or 3 team ended up being in the regionals.
It's pretty serious consequences if
it
you're
is.
not paying attention.
Again, it can be season changing.
Yep. Is that all you got?
We talked about meals. Again, we only have the 3, and we put in the paper, the Kingfisher paper. I don't know. I'm not sure. We still have the All About Hennessey digital version. I don't know if we still do stuff with the Clipper, but I know we put this out in the Kingfisher. Barb Walter puts that in the Kingfisher paper for us. Jack puts it online. I don't know, where all do you put that?
This is on, and we're talking about the how the football games and that were postponed. This document. This was on our All About Hennessey Facebook page, allabouthennessey.com, and the Hennessey Post digital newspaper.
Okay. And then we try to get it on our website as well. But I always post the bottom part where I tell you what the week prior, how many cases there were, and try to keep everybody up to speed.
Because that's one of the very first questions we get. Well, how many are there now total?
Right.
Well, it's in the document. Read the document.
Yeah.
So.
And you look at Newcastle. I mean, y'all follow that story on News Channel 9 this morning, but I think they had 27 cases, positive cases, not 27 kids quarantined, 27 positive cases, I believe is what the number was.
And I understand Stillwater Schools is mostly out.
Check my numbers, but it was again, when we start talking about 3 or 4.
As difficult as it sounds, we're still very fortunate, and
Yep.
we just still need to keep practicing the safe stuff.
Yep.
Very cool.
And part of the things that, while we will tell you everything we can, there are guidelines and privacy issues, FERPA, HIPAA, that there are things we just can't say.
Sure.
And so, and I would never, I would call you out, but I probably wouldn't call anyone else out on the COVID. So, we just don't want to make sure we don't give anybody any grief that they don't deserve.
Sure.
So,
Got it. All right. Well, coming up next, I have a special treat. Stacey Schovanec, the Early Childhood Principal. Is that her title? Early Childhood
yes,
Development
that sounds great.
Director, Principal.
Principal.
She's a principal.
She's listed as principal.
And she's also in charge of the new daycare, the school daycare.
Oversees the daycare. We have Haley Martin is kind of considered the daycare director, so she makes the day-to-day decisions while the daycare is open.
Right.
That's been a blessing to have that for our staff. I think it's really helped them out a tremendous amount.
How many kids are enrolled in that now?
16 to 18.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a big help for teachers. I know teachers and staff that have children that.
It is. Now, and they have to pay. They're not getting that for free.
But the kids are right there.
And just the fact you can have it. Yep. Just finding daycare is hard. I've had a lot of sad stories. I wish I could help everybody out, but we don't have the capacity to do that. And this allows us to keep the quality teachers we have on staff, because they can come to school, drop their kids off here, and go pick them up. And then, when they're not well, they can come check on them. And when they're not, just having a bad day, or if we have inclement weather, they don't have to worry about them being in Enid, Fairview, wherever else they might
have
drop
to
them
leave
off.
them for the day to come to work. Sure.
So, but yeah, Stacey still that's under her bailiwick.
Very cool. All right. Thanks, Mike.
All right. Thank you,
All
Jack.
right.
Appreciate
We'll be
you.
right back with Stacey. If you'd like more information about Legends Fitness Center, give them a call, 405-853-0449. And we're back. And I have a guest today. Stacey Schovanec is what are you? What's your title?
I am the Early Childhood Center Principal, and I also help with district testing coordinator, and then with the Eagle's Nest Daycare.
Good. So you got your hands full.
Yes.
Yes. And you're in the far south building, right? The new storm shelter building, I call it.
Yes.
Yeah. Not to be confused with the dome. This was built prior to the dome, but is also a storm shelter.
Probably 5 or 6 years old by now.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. And I have some trivia. Stacey was a cheerleader when Lisa, then Amaya, my wife, now Quirk, was the cheerleader sponsor. So I used to drive the blue bus that carried all the cheerleaders bouncing around in the back. So we have a long time connection. And then your daughter was also a cheerleader.
Yes.
So we have this lineage going, and very cool. And you're a lifelong Hennesseyite. Mm-hmm. Yeah, very cool. And now she's running the school. Yep. Well, I got this thing, and it says that is it your building, or what is this? Oklahoma A+ schools. What is that?
Right. So we have applied for to be accepted for the Oklahoma A+ network schools, and it just integrates the arts. It's kind of what you do here. We integrate music and dramatic play. We do all these different things along with the standards, and it makes learning fun and enjoyable, and maybe do a little more critical thinking than just a pencil paper.
That's very cool. I was the guy that they graduated because they were tired of looking at me because I never made a connection.
Right.
And it's neat to see that you've got programs like this that maybe help connect some of the dots for some kids, and that's pretty neat. That's very cool.
I'm excited. We started. We were supposed to do a week-long summit this summer, but because of COVID, we were unable to do that. But they provide free professional development for us, and so we just had our first one in a week ago about writing, and so we look at an art print and we talk about how we can integrate writing with our preschool, pre-K, and kinder, and so it's really interesting what we can do already at that level.
So that's neat, because that what you're doing wasn't always in the school system. Is that right? That was always kind of a third party thing.
Pre-K, you mean?
Yeah.
Pre-K just started, I don't even know, but when I got here, it was already here. But yeah, it's slowly been integrated into the schools for Oklahoma. I know Mrs. Wynn, she's coming from New Mexico. She's our PE teacher, and she said that they don't have pre-K in the schools there, and it just makes a huge difference. They know how to line up and do everything once they're in kindergarten, and it's amazing how much they grow in pre-K, ready for kinder.
Gives them a little kickstart.
Right.
Yeah, well, that's pretty neat. And is that a full day program or half?
It's full day.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've added a whole another year to their 12 years.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Okay, and the 12 years begins at first grade, right?
Yes.
Duh, I wasn't good at math.
So they got 2 more years.
Oh, boy. Okay. And then you mentioned this Early Birds Literacy Program.
Yeah, so we're doing, we have a Striving Readers grant that we applied for, Dr. Woods did, and so I oversee that, the early birds, the younger grades. It's from birth to 4 years old, and parents can come and we teach them early literacy skills, how to play and work with their child. And I actually left the bag over there, but you get a free bag once you go to the class, and you get...
I'll go get it.
Okay. You get all kinds of goodies. You get books and toys and different things that you can play with your child, and it also helps with literacy. And so there's like a rhyming game, and you get one for fall, winter, and spring if you come to the classes. Yeah.
There's food involved.
Crayons.
Okay.
It's a sorting game.
Oh,
So
sorry.
you
I
can
saw a
sort your
cupcake thing.
beads,
Yep.
some books, and some drawing paper. So that's what you would get if you came to the 3 and 4 year old class. And because of the COVID, we're doing it virtually this year. So if you're interested, we're doing Spanish classes and English classes. So you're welcome to sign up at the Early Childhood Center. Just call us, and we'll get you hooked up on a class.
I'll include the number you need to call in the description of this video so you can sign up and do that. Now, is there a cost to do this?
Nope, it's strictly free. That comes with that Striving Readers grant.
Wow. Well, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I mean, if nothing else, you get some cool stuff.
Right. Yeah, it's worth it. I know a lot of parents have signed up and they've enjoyed it, and they feel like it's helpful, and they also can connect with other young parents from the community and kind of be able to have that relationship. So.
That's pretty cool. And you've been able to successfully take it online for this challenging time we have?
Yeah, this will be in the fall. I mean, this is like coming up in
Oh, you haven't
October.
started yet?
No.
Okay.
So we'll start, hopefully it'll go well, but we're going to start at 8 o'clock at night. That way you can put your child to bed, and then it'll just be a 45-minute class, and then you can come to school the next day, and we'll get you your bag.
Oh, so you still get the stuff?
Yes.
You just, the class part's online?
Right.
Okay, well, that's all right then. Okay, I'm good with that.
Yeah.
Okay. We're all getting good at Zooming, or
Yes.
whatever we're calling it nowadays. And my side of the thing, it's a Zoom, but I know the school has implemented a great deal of new technology and things like that to, in case we have to go offline, we can, or online.
Right.
We can do that without as much problem as some of the schools are having.
Right.
Very, very cool. Is there anything else going on in your building?
Well, I just wanted to share, we're going to start Eagle Rallies virtually.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Mr. Crosswhite and I have kind of been working on that together. We'll start with the 5th grade class, and they will begin leading us virtually. And also, I think it'll be open up to the parents, so they'll be able to watch, and we'll start introducing Eagles of the Week and everything.
So you're doing that like by class? So there'll be like the 4 or 5 classes or whatever virtually?
Right. All the classes will be in their classroom, but one class will go to the gym and present, and so that camera will be on them.
I
and it'll
okay, I
spread out to
understand.
the
So
other
everybody
class.
can see.
Right.
Oh, that's pretty fun.
Yes.
Okay. And now, are you going to get back to the student of the week thing, or is that elementary?
Yes, we're going to do the Eagle of the Week.
Okay.
So the parents should be watching for that.
Yes, that was a big hit when you'd send us the photos, and that would get lots of grandparent views and things
Right.
like that.
Yeah,
So,
they love that.
oh, very, very cool. All right. Is that all you got?
Yeah, I'm just really proud of our students and our teachers and Nurse Shelley. You know, we're all just working together to make it the best that we can this year. And so thank you for having me here and being able to talk positively about our school.
You bet. No, the school has been challenged, putting it lightly, and this is I'm proud of the communication and how the school is reaching out. I think we got some amazing comments about something we just posted yesterday, that the communication level at this school is far beyond, any of the others that they've had contact with. So
Yeah, I know.
I'm proud to be from Hennessey, or live in Hennessey. Been here 40 years, so I live here now. All right. Well, thank you so much, Stacey, for coming by. And I'm going to put, like I said, I'll put her contact information in the description of this video so you can reach out and get the information on this program. All right. Thanks for hanging out with us, and we'll see you next week.
All right, thank you.
This week's update made possible by Legends Fitness Center.